Good afternoon. This is All India Radio, and I'm Punita Bakshi with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon people to be part of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement beginning on Saturday. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa says Rafale fighter jets and Russian air defense missile system will help in filling the gap of combat capabilities of the Indian Air Force. Massive cordon and search operation launched in Jhajjar Kotli area of Jammu district after suspected terrorists seen in the area. China says protectionism from individual countries poses a serious hazard to global growth. And in the U.S., nearly 2 million people asked to evacuate from North Carolina, South Carolina and Virginia as Hurricane Florence approaches to make a landfall tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called upon people to be part of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement beginning on Saturday and strengthen the efforts to create a Swachh Bharat. In a series of tweets and video messages, the Prime Minister said, on Saturday morning, people will come together and mark the commencement of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement. He said it is a great way to pay tribute to Father of the Nation Mahatma Gandhi, whose 150th birth anniversary celebrations will begin on the 2nd of October. The Prime Minister said,
जन जन में है बल, जन जन में है बल, स्वच्छ हो रहा हमारा वतन। अब आया है संकल्प का पल, अब आया है संकल्प का पल, जीत कर रहेंगे स्वच्छता का जंग। इस भाव के साथ स्वच्छता ही सेवा के इस आंदोलन के माध्यम से एक स्वच्छ भारत को पूज्य बापू के चरणों में समर्पित करें, ताकि स्वच्छ, स्वस्थ और समृद्ध भारत, ये जो उनका सपना था, इसको पूर्ण करने में हम सब कामयाब हो।
Mr. Modi saluted all those working towards a Swachh Bharat. He said he is looking forward to interact with those who have worked assiduously on the ground to strengthen the Swachh Bharat mission. Mr. Modi said,
मैं सभी देशवासियों को आह्वान करता हूं, हर कोई अभी से योजना बनाए, कहां सफाई करेंगे, उसके लिए औरों को कैसे जोड़ेंगे, मोटिवेट कैसे करेंगे, सफाई के इतने बड़े अभियान के लिए साधनों को कैसे लाएंगे, उसको कैसे जुटाएंगे, और फिर इस आने वाली 15 तारीख को सवेरे ठीक 9:30 बजे हम सब अपनी जगह पर इकट्ठे होंगे। पहले कुछ देर वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस और दूरदर्शन के माध्यम से उन सब लोगों की बातें सुनेंगे जिन्होंने स्वच्छता की दिशा में कुछ न कुछ करके दिखाया है, और उसके बाद हम सब स्वच्छता ही सेवा के अभियान में स्वयं जुड़ जाएंगे।
Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa today said that the government's decision to procure French Rafale fighter jets and Russian air defense missile system will help in filling the gap of combat capabilities of the Indian Air Force. Addressing a seminar in New Delhi, Mr. Dhanoa said it is crucial that India matches the force levels of its adversaries. He said no country in the world is facing the kind of grave threat that India is confronted with. The Air Force Chief said by providing the Rafale and S-400, the government is strengthening the Indian Air Force to counter the shortfalls of the depleting numbers. Mr. Dhanoa said,
we have a unique situation having two nuclear-armed neighbors on our borders. No other country in the world is in this situation. So the planned force structure is based as per adversaries' capabilities, because intentions can change overnight. The desired force structure is derived from a threat environment. The Indian Air Force is mandated to defend the nation in consonance with our sister services in the event of a two-front war.
In Telangana, an Election Commission of India, ECI team, is meeting district officials today to assess the preparedness for elections in the state. The team is headed by Senior Deputy Election Commissioner Umesh Sinha. District collectors, IGs and superintendents of police from all 31 districts of the state are attending the meeting. Our correspondent reports that the meeting is discussing issues like the revision of voters' lists and law and order in various parts of the state. The high-level team, which is on a 2-day visit to the state, will also meet the State Chief Secretary S.K. Joshi, DGP Mahinder Reddy and Secretaries of Home, Excise and Commercial Departments later this afternoon. BJP today hit out at Aam Aadmi Party following Election Commission's show cause notice to it on alleged discrepancies in donations received by the party. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, party spokesperson Meenakshi Lekhi said it has exposed the corrupt intention and policy of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Transparency, accountability, on these principles they fought elections, but in truth, they are the biggest beneficiaries of corrupt practices. And that is absolutely clear for the Election Commission, an independent watchdog which is dealing with this matter, and they need to give explanation within 20 days of receiving this notice.
Yesterday, the Election Commission had issued notice to Aam Aadmi Party asking the party to reply within 20 days on why action should not be taken against it for failing to follow its lawful directions related to donations. A Delhi court today granted bail to former Air Force Chief S.P. Tyagi and others in a money laundering case related to the Augusta Westland VVIP chopper scam. Special Judge Arvind Kumar granted bail to Tyagi and his cousins involved in the case after they appeared before the court. The court asked them to furnish a bail bond of 1 lakh rupees with one surety of the like amount. The court had passed directions after taking cognizance of the charge sheet, saying there was enough evidence against the accused in the matter relating to the alleged money laundering to the tune of around 28 million euros. The Enforcement Directorate, in its charge sheet, has alleged that the money was laundered through multiple foreign companies which were used as fronts to park alleged kickbacks. The Supreme Court today extended the house arrest of 5 rights activists who were arrested in connection with the Koregaon Bhima violence case till the 17th of this month. A bench comprising Chief Justice Deepak Mishra and Justices A.M. Khanwilkar and D.Y. Chandrachud adjourned the hearing on the plea filed by historian Romila Thapar and 4 others to the 17th of September. The court was hearing the plea filed against the arrest of the rights activists in the case. The Maharashtra police had arrested the 5 activists on the 28th of August in connection with an FIR lodged following a conclave Elgar Parishad held on the 31st of December last year that had later triggered violence at Koregaon Bhima village. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. In Jammu and Kashmir, a massive cordon and search operation has been launched in Jhajjar Kotli area of Jammu district after some suspected terrorists were seen in the area today. Police sources said some suspects were intercepted by police at a checkpost on Jammu-Srinagar National Highway around 8 a.m. this morning. Firing was reported when police intercepted a truck at the checkpost. The driver and conductor of the truck used by the suspects have been taken into custody and are being questioned. 2 to 3 suspected terrorists who fled away from the truck are being chased. Police, Army and CRPF are conducting the cordon and search operation at Suketar village near Katra, the base camp of Vaishno Devi. In the wake of the incident, alert has been sounded at Vaishno Devi Shrine and Katra. Schools in nearby areas have been closed. An earthquake measuring 5.5 on the Richter scale hit parts of Assam, Meghalaya, Bihar and West Bengal today. An India Meteorological Department official said the quake lasted around 15 to 20 seconds and was felt around 10:20 a.m. According to a report of the Central Seismological Observatory in Shillong, the epicenter of the quake was 2 kilometers north of Kokrajhar town in Assam and at a depth of 10 kilometers. Tremors were also felt in different parts of Bihar and West Bengal. No casualty has been reported. In Uttar Pradesh, 6 people were killed and 3 others seriously injured this morning after a blast in a chemical factory in Bijnor district. Superintendent of Police Umesh Kumar Singh told AIR that the accident took place in a chemical factory at Nagina Road. 8 other employees of the factory also sustained burn injuries. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana PMGSY is aimed at providing new connectivity to the unconnected habitations, either through new roads or through upgradation of the existing roads to be used as all-weather roads. Here is a ground report from our Srinagar correspondent.
Since the inception of the flagship program, over 3,500 connectivity projects, including roads and bridges, have been taken up under Phase 1 to 12 of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana in Jammu and Kashmir at a cumulative cost of Rs 12,800 crores. Expressing satisfaction over construction of road under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Muhammad Israel Khan from Kudara area in North Kashmir's Bandipora district said,
मैं बांडीपुरा से 16 किलोमीटर दूर कुडारा गांव का रहने वाला हूं, जो एक पहाड़ी इलाका है जहां पर बिल्कुल सड़क की कोई सहूलियात नहीं थी। पीएमजीएसवाई ने एक सड़क बनाई जो चुंटीमुला से कुडारा तक 7 किलोमीटर जो सड़क है बनी और उससे लोगों को सहूलियत मिली। हम लोग बीमारों को उठाकर अस्पतालों में लाते थे और हमारी खासकर ये जो हामिला औरतें हैं इनको हम कंधों पर उठाकर अस्पतालों में 7-8 किलोमीटर लाते थे। सड़क बनने के बाद हमें लोगों को बड़ी आराम हुआ, बड़ी सहूलियत मिली।
It is vital to ensure that road infrastructure is built and maintained in a manner which ensures all-weather connectivity and withstands the climatic vagaries so that the rural economy is fully supported. Tariq Rathar, AIR News, Srinagar.
In international news, China has said protectionism from individual countries poses a serious hazard to global growth. Chinese Vice Premier Hu Chunhua, while speaking at the World Economic Forum on ASEAN in Hanoi today, warned that some individual countries' protectionist and unilateral measures are gravely undermining the rules-based multilateral trading regime. In an apparent reference to the US, which has imposed tariffs on Chinese goods worth $50 billion, Chunhua said it is posing a most serious hazard to the world economy. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has rejected claims that Sri Lanka was allowing China to control strategic ports. He also said that he did not believe that the country was falling into a debt trap caused by high-interest Chinese loans. He was speaking to a news channel on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum on ASEAN in Hanoi. Mr. Wickremesinghe said Sri Lanka has been unaligned and has stayed that way since 1948. His comments came as Sri Lanka and China agreed to a 99-year lease of the southern Hambantota port last year. Nations including the US, Japan and India have stressed on the need for the port to be free of military activities. In the US, up to 1.7 million people in North Carolina, South Carolina and Virginia have been given voluntary or mandatory evacuation orders ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Florence. Emergency management officials said. Forecasters are predicting that Florence will make landfall in the Carolinas tomorrow or early Friday. The National Hurricane Center, NHC, said Florence is expected to be an extremely dangerous major hurricane when it makes landfall, bringing life-threatening storm surge to coastal areas. The NHC said last night that Florence was packing winds of 215 kilometers per hour. It was located 1,360 kilometers east-southeast of Cape Fear, North Carolina, and moving at 28 kilometers per hour in a west-northwest direction. President Donald Trump urged people to heed the orders to evacuate. In Afghanistan, the death toll in yesterday's suicide bomb attack in Nangarhar province has risen to 68. The health department confirmed. The spokesman for the governor of Nangarhar said over 165 persons have been injured in the bomb attack on protesters. The spokesperson said a suicide bomber approached the crowded Trent where the protesters had gathered and detonated his explosive test. Before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon people to be part of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement beginning on Saturday. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa says Rafale fighter jets and Russian air defense missile system will help in filling the gap of combat capabilities of the Indian Air Force. Massive cordon and search operation launched in Jhajjar Kotli area of Jammu district after suspected terrorists seen in the area. China says protectionism from individual countries poses a serious hazard to global growth. In the US, nearly 2 million people asked to evacuate from North Carolina, South Carolina and Virginia as Hurricane Florence approaches to make a landfall tomorrow. And with that, we end the Midday News.